Hey guys, Kunal over here again. Again, I'm here for a review, and this time again I have something very different for you. This is the car that I've owned for around 4 years now, and I just wanted to give a genuine opinion and genuine review of the pros and the cons of owning a W212 Mercedes E350 or any of this body style, and why this is one of the best options that you can get for the price range and also for the luxury. Again, I'm going to talk about some of the pointers. Why is this better than a lot of Japanese cars that you're going to see at the price range versus some of the German competitors as well. So let's go through. Okay, so let's jump into the review right away and just look into the exterior, and we're going to start, just take it around and just see what are the angles that I personally like, and in general how it personally looks. This is W212, which is a specific body style which changed, I guess, in 2009, and it's still, I guess, until 2016, and then there were some changes back in 2011 and 2014. 2011 they definitely changed the engine and the horsepower, so a little bit of changes over there, and in 2014 definitely they changed a lot of exterior. The reason I specifically like this car is the angles that you can see. Personally, I really like sharp angles versus more of the round angles that were. So let's just take a look around. This is a Blue Efficient's car. It's a 4Matic, so it's definitely really good option when you're going on a slope or in the snow. At the same time, it got 302 horsepower, which is quite efficient when you're driving on the highway and you have everyone sitting in the car plus a lot of luggage. So this is a blue metallic grayish color that you see. It has got 19-inch aluminum wheels, which is, I guess, was an option. It was a sports package. This car is a premium one equipped, so it has halogen headlamps. I think there were a lot of differences between Premium 1 and Premium 2 that came with the halogen versus xenon headlamps and some other. I really like the tail lights of this. It's really bright. Again, in the back it says, it's pretty much very basic, so it just gives you Mercedes logo. It says 4Matic and it says E350. You can get E550, E63, all these had the similar body line. The difference was, of course, the horsepower and some of the interior features when you go to 63 or 550. Again, this is my personal car, and definitely it has some flaws here and there. I had issue with my grill. Basically, somebody just backed into it, and again, I had a small light issue, and because of that I don't have one of the side marker lights, but other than that, it's pretty standard looking car. It definitely looks much more sportier as compared to the older model. It has got really good lines, which is my favorite part. Really good wheels, good brakes. They are really big brakes, so when you're driving at pretty high speed, they're really helpful. Exterior wise, I didn't have an option for keyless entry, so it's everything with the key, but again, you can equip, and that's going to be $1,000–$2,000 difference when you're looking for a used car. And with that being said, it definitely does have backup camera. The camera is pretty hidden, which is good as compared to a lot of new cars that you're getting now, where the camera is pretty much exposed and people are tampering with the cameras. And let's jump on to a lot of parts. One more point which I forgot to mention is definitely the logo. The Mercedes crest is pretty much open and it's up in this, which is definitely changed, and it's more embedded in the grille starting 2014. Again, this is a moving logo. You can go to Dr. Miro's video, why is it that way. It's specifically when if you are involved in an accident, how much damage you are making, that will be reduced with the movement of the logo. With that being said, and looking at the exterior, let's look into the engine bay. It's a 3.5 liter V6 engine producing 302 horsepower. At the same time, it's a 7-speed automatic. It's pretty much standard now what you see in the newer days Mercedes. It's a lot of plastic around. There's a lot of dirt over here because I haven't cleaned in a long time. Again, it's not a timing belt, so it's really good. Not a lot of new cars come with the timing belt, but that's something that definitely you should consider because it requires a replacement on the timely basis. Again, we do oil change every 4,000 5,000 miles depending upon how much I've driven, but it doesn't drink oil like a lot of different cars that we have driven, and you have to change the oil pretty much every 2,000 to every 2 months, I would say. Again, it's pretty easy to open the trunk. Let's look into the trunk again. It's not fully automatic, but it has some spring action, which is really good. Looking at the trunk size, this is one of the biggest trunks that I've seen, period. I've driven some Lexuses, some Audis, BMWs, Mercedes, but this is the biggest trunk that I've seen. It's even bigger than the S-Class for the same year. It has got, again, the regular nets and the power outlets, those are over here. There's a little bit of storage over here if you want to keep any of your tools, and again, there's a donut below that. Again, the trunk is not automatic, you have to do it manual, but it's pretty easy because it has got those spring action, which makes it really easy for you. Let's jump onto interior. As I said, mine doesn't have a keyless option, but you can definitely get those options. Looking at the interior, it's one of the most classiest and one of the most subtle interior that I've seen. It's pretty much standard that you can use on the day-to-day basis, but at the same time it'll give you a happiness and a smile on your face on the day-to-day basis. Looking at the door panel, it has got leather and if not leather, soft plastic everywhere. It has got a wooden trims. I'm not sure if this is an original wooden trim, but it definitely looks amazing. Looking at the seats, these are again one of the most comfortable seats I sat in. I used to have a GLK, and that has the similar seats, but although being an SUV, this still feels much more comfortable as compared to other GLK or C-Class in general. Let's talk about interior, shall we? The door has a lot of options. This is a classic Mercedes that you see over here. The seat adjustment is definitely on the door. There are memory adjustments, and I really love these because these not only adjust your seat, but even the steering and also the rear view mirror outside. Again, there are window switches over here, a rear view control over here, lock and lock button again on the side, and just a standard lock. It has got a headlight function on the left side of it. Again, it gives you an automatic option, which makes it really easy. Again, a vent for the driver. Parking brake is over here. Not something that I would really prefer, but it's something that is not a bad thing. Again, it's just a release, and then there is a lock over here. Again, hood release is in the bottom over there. Looking at the steering wheel, looking on the photos of W212 with the 4-spoke steering wheel, which doesn't have an AMG option, it was not really exciting to see a 4-spoke steering wheel, but after driving it for 3 years, or even after looking at in person, it just feels just amazing. It gives you many options to drive. You can drive 9.3, you can even do 8.4, and again the standard 10-2 positions, which is really good. It has got a lot of steering control options that you have. This switch basically just controls everything that you see on this center screen. I'll just start the car and give a quick demo. And this screen, these set of controls basically again accepts the call, rejects the call, volume up, down. There is a gear lever over here, so it's there is no lever over here. It makes it really easy when you're driving, when you're in very short bumper to bumper traffic. It's really easy over here. Again, the control for the cruise control is right over here. You can set the speed, accelerate, deaccelerate. This doesn't have an adaptive cruise control, which is a little bit of shame, because a lot of Toyotas also have it, but I think that's something that you have to deal with. Again, there are control for the washer fluid, and your turn signal is over here, and this is more for just the steering column adjustment. Talking about the central control, this is a very standard 2009 to 2013 center console. It has got a lot of switches over here and a lot of hard buttons. I personally love it because I don't like to do everything on the screen. It's really difficult to go through the menus from one menu to the other. But again, it's preference from different people to different things. It has got AC controls right over here, and then there is a central mouse, which is an amazing thing that is invented, I believe. It gives you so many options and really easier way to control music, audio, maps, as compared to literally typing on the screen. Looking at the passenger side, again, pretty much standard wood panel. The door panel is pretty much same. Again, very, very, very comfortable seats. Over here in the center, you can open this up. It gives you a cigarette lighter over here, ashtray over here, and again, two cup holders. And you can remove these if you don't need it. I've never got into that circumstance, so I just keep it all the time. Again, there is an economy to sports mode change over here. I don't have the second button over here. I don't know what this was meant to be. There's a clear button over here, and then there is a back button over here. Talking about the space, the standard, pretty much, forgive me for the tissue papers, which are really bad, but in general, it has a standard space over here. And when you talk about the center console, there is a very, very deep glove box over here as well. Then there is a power switch over here, which you can put a 12-volt adapter, and then there is a USB, and I believe there is an aux over here. With that being said, let's start the car and let's look at all the options that we have. Looking at the car when it's on now, it's really, really good looks. Actually, there's a gas meter over there. Again, an analog watch, pretty much standard in the luxury cars. Speedometer, and then there's RPM meter, and then there is a temperature. It does give me some of the errors because a side lamp is off, and also I have a TPMS issue currently going on. Again, the audio, the center console is really, really good way to look at a lot of options that this car provides. I believe it's a 6-inch screen and everything is controllable by this mouse. You pretty much, you can move it any direction, and right, left, bottom and up. At the same time, it moves, so if you want to pass through some of the letters, it's going to be really easy. I do have an XM available with this, so it's a lifetime XM, so pretty much just always keep that on. It does have USB storage option, so you can play the song through USB. Also, it does have Bluetooth audio and aux. I know there were other older firmwares of the similar car which didn't provide the Bluetooth audio streaming, but the newer cars definitely does have it. There's a bottom at AC control. It's a dual AC, so you can have a double temperature set. Again, then there are regular options to choose where the air should come from. Looking again at the center console, it does have heated seats. It doesn't have ventilated seats, but the heat is really, really good. It pretty much heats really fast, so if you're in a cold area, it's really going to be a really good option for you. Then there is a rear window shade. This brings up if there is a lot of sun, and this is if you are in the rear seat and you don't want the head panels to block your view. You can just press it and it's going to go down. Again, for the passenger side, and this is going to be for audio control, next, previous, and on and off, and other options that you can choose even from the hotkeys. Center console, you're also going to find the buttons at the top. These are for the light and even for the SOS, the Mercedes smart system. I do have sunroof, and it's an automatic sunroof, so you just push it once and it opens up for you. Also, it does have multiple lights options, so you can either choose this and it's going to light up the whole interior, or if you want just a single map light, you can push this and it's going to provide a light at the bottom from the mirror. Let's talk about back seats now. Again, the door has the similar kind of molding, similar leather and soft plastic, which is really good because it doesn't rattle a lot. Again, a single window control over here, and the seats are pretty good. They're nice, I would say. They are not in like really, really big, but they are pretty standard seats. I am 5'6", and it's pretty comfortable for me in general. I feel I have a lot of people who were around 5'12", like a 6 feet tall, and they were pretty comfortable over here. Again, there is a AC vents over here. There is no way to set them up, and again, then there is a cigarette lighter and an ashtray over here. In the rear, you do also get a kind of a console that comes out from the middle, so it pretty much is like a third seat. And then there is a storage option that you have a little bit of storage over here, and then it gives you some option to basically have your cup holders right in here. As part of Vodic, I would like to say, if you are looking for a balanced car which has a good horsepower, good miles per gallon, a really good price overall, but at the same time a really comfortable and a luxury car, this might be the right ride and one of the best cars that you can own. Again, this car was made between 2010 to 2014, but you can find in general it anywhere between a price range of 15,000 for an older version to 25,000 for a really new version with a lower mileage. I feel this is again one of the most balanced car. It has got 302 horsepower, which is good enough for hauling at least 5 people and their luggages, but at the same time it's going to give you 20 miles per gallon overall in the city and the highway, so you can pretty much daily it everywhere. And also this one is a 4Matic, so I drive it in the snow, when there is a winter storm, when there is any kind of storm, I definitely take this.
Start.
So this was all the brief review about my 2012 Mercedes E350, again W212 style. I think it's going to be my next move to change my car, and this car will be available in San Jose, California for the sale. It's going to be at really good price, so if you are interested, please do check out the link below. Also, if you like my videos, please consider subscribing and liking the video. It really helps. Thanks again. See ya.